UFC, bro. That shit was crazy.
UFC was nuts, bro. A fucking solid card.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, got that Wingstop. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Wingstop, man. The tenders,
Wingstop
dude. Don't
UFC
sleep on the
combo.
tenders. Yeah, man.
I haven't had the tenders yet.
Solid, dude.
I don't know.
I
They
feel
upped
like
the price though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the
this shit
bone-in combo, it's like, damn.
it's like $20 now or something.
I remember when it was
18.
like 12, like $12, eight
Yeah, it's
piece
crazy.
combo. I was like, damn, bro.
Damn.
It wasn't even too long ago either. Now it's like $24 for like a 10-piece combo. It's like, damn, son.
Ridiculous, bro.
It's
Hey,
insane.
but KHAMZAT, bro. Just domination, man. DDP, man.
I'm hearing
DDP
some
looking
mixed
like a
reviews.
sandbag. Yeah? What do you think? What are you hearing, man?
I'm hearing that it's not entertaining. It was a boring fight. So I kind of agree and disagree with it because it was complete domination, right? Like the
Yeah.
scorecards, it was like what 42-50 or something crazy like that. I've never heard that in my life, where the scorecard was so one sided. But it seemed like Hamzat played it safe to me, man. Like he knew what he had to do. He had to hold him down, control the fight. Bunch of strikes. I think there was like 23 significant strikes throughout the whole fight. 23 or 27. Out of like 580 or something.
Oh my
like that.
God.
So it didn't seem like he damaged Dricus too much, like with strikes, but it was just like to be able to do that as someone, that's like, it's insane. Especially someone like Dricus, who no one could really hold down. That fool's insane. It was very impressive, but as like a entertainment thing, like I definitely would watch Taporia or Max Holloway fight rather than Chimaev. But it seems like someone's gonna have to, solve that puzzle of Chimaev. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, it was an exciting fight. I'll get there was exciting moments.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the takedowns were nice, really technical. For someone who does jujitsu and wants to have a solid takedown one day, I thought
Mm-hmm.
that was fucking dope. But
Yeah.
once he was on the ground, he put him in that crucifix, and yeah, the little baby shots. I was like, damn, that's literally doing nothing, bro.
Uh huh.
So I was like, I thought he could possibly throw some elbows or
Yeah.
maybe try to go to mount and take a risk and try to do some ground and pound. Um, Nothing. It's kind of like the Habib fucking special, but at least Habib would actually beat the shit out of somebody. You know what I mean? In
Right.
the corner of the cage, a lot of times, or choke somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Kamzat was trying to get the rear naked choke. He was trying to get the hooks in. He just couldn't because DDP had some good defense. You could say that, like, hey, on his end, he's like, well, I had good defense. He couldn't tap me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got people paying hella money for tickets to go. I would be pissed. Imagine paying like $5,000 for a mid seat,
Uh huh.
and you had to watch that. I understand. I mean, only the high level grapplers, wrestlers, jiu-jitsu guys will be like, yeah, I understand. What he's doing. He held him down. He won.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's Saturday night. We're trying to be entertained. I just work 4 fucking 12-hour shifts, and I come home to this. Hey, but shout out to DDP. I hit on Prize Picks. I put down 150,
Cashed it in.
137.
Nice.
Shout out to him. MVP. Shout out to you
MVP too.
too.
That was a good fight as well with the
Yeah.
Cannonier and MVP.
I thought that fight was better.
Yeah, I thought it was better too. And a lot of people are giving MVP hate because like he didn't like put the pressure on. But maybe MVP had some money on the fight, bro. Maybe he was like, I gotta get this over 1.5 rounds.
Thank you.
Yeah, because he knocked Cannonier down, with a
And he's
solid right, and he's doing his emotes, his dances, which is entertaining. Like I would enjoy Hamzat doing a little doing a little something, talking to Dana, carrying Dricus on his shoulder or something, doing something for the crowd. I feel like that's the only piece missing for Hamzat, is just that little entertainment factor. Someone like Sean O'Malley or someone who really does it for the people out there. I know Hamzat, he's a wrestler, lives in the gym, he's diehard, but just give the fans a little something. I'm sure you could do it in his fights, but yeah, MVP, solid performance. Jared Cannonier had a good third round. He was on top. He had like some top half guard pass into mount. Went for like some submissions, but MVP was able to turtle out, get out, go back to half guard. But I do think there's a little bit of holes in MVP's game, and I think if someone takes MVP down, could probably maybe hit a submission or have some ground and pound. But MVP likes doing all his stand up, from distance. He likes picking his shots. He's super fast, especially in that first round. I was like, damn, this guy's insanely fast, bro. Super Amazing. Like he's moving away. Like I was surprised, bro. Especially at his age, like you would think that fool's like 25, 30, but he's moving like that. So I think he's the only one from like another organization that's doing really well besides like DeRitter. Right? Yeah, but we saw that from Pico and Lerone Murphy, bro. Like this guy coming in from Bellator, a lot of people are hyping him up, and he was doing really good, bro, in that fight. Like I was surprised. I'm like, damn, this guy he's clipping Murphy a little bit. Yeah, he's getting hit with some shots, but he's doing some damage and making Murphy kind of play outside his game. And then Murphy just hits his spinning elbow, bro, just knocks him out, just out cold, bro. I was like, damn, that was scary. Just the way he was out, and he was out for like a minute or two. His eyes were open, but he wasn't there. It's like, damn. It was like, damn. This thing's like, if you're not thinking for 1 second, like Adrian Lee said last podcast, like if you're not thinking for 1 second, it's freaking game over. And I was like freaking shocked. But that was a great performance by Murphy, and I think Volk's gonna fight him next.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that was beautiful. That's what people want to see. Something exciting, something a little different, some style, some swag on it. That was freaking dope, man. That was sick. And then Chase Hooper, man.
Oh man, I don't know what happened. I started watching that fight like later, like late in the first round. It was a first round hit, and I was just I had my phone playing with the audio, and I'm like, I heard Joe Rogan and DC talking about how Hooper's like doing this like spin move, and he's leaving himself open. And he got clipped. He got clipped, and maybe there was a potential early stoppage. It looked like he got clipped pretty bad, but he's a jiu-jitsu guy. I think even when that fool's not even really conscious, he'll still be able to do like some jiu-jitsu. But I think maybe it was a few seconds, but I mean, he did get clipped pretty bad. It probably would have happened maybe later in the fight if it kept on going, if he didn't make any adjustments. But Alexander Hernandez made a statement with that win. A lot of people were going for Hooper. I was as well. I thought he was going to be able to, insert his grappling in the fight, but he's had a lot of social media presence the last like month or so with kind of the clips that he's done. The younger generation hints, but like a lot more people are talking about him. But it's just kind of sucks to kill all that momentum getting a loss like that. But hopefully we could talk to him, bro. I think Hooper would be down for a podcast if we hit him up, low key.
Yeah, man. I think so. It's just those shots when you're not expecting them, just the way your head spins around like that. I'm just like, oof, those are the worst. Like you're not expecting it. There was another. Who else got hit with a fucking
Protest? Yeah, that spinning elbow. Knocked out Jeff Neal. I heard Jeff Neal was like a waiter, like he's still working. He's in the top 10 or top 15. He's like still working his job, and he says it's like fun, but maybe that's not the best base for MMA because that fool got knocked out. That was his first time getting knocked out, and I heard Protest talking to Ariel saying he's like, I knock out people who haven't been knocked out before, and he did it again. He's like, holy shit, he did it again with spinning elbow at the last second. I was so surprised when I saw that. I was like, damn. It didn't even seem like it was real just because it happened so fast. You think the round's over, but the ref called off the fight. He told Dana, I want to fight in Brazil. Give me the $50K. And he's like, sign my friend to the UFC. And Dana's like, he obliged, and he's like, yep, you got the fight in Brazil. And potentially we could see him going against Leon Edwards, which I think would be a great fight in Brazil.
That would be awesome.
Dude, I'd be pumped for that fight. Especially if you have Charles Oliveira, Fiziev in that card. Leon, Protez, like that would be a banger card, to be honest.
What do you think about KHAMZAT? Like what do you think? Who should he fight next, man? I mean, I know what's his name was talking about it, Guru. He had a video on it. It was interesting.
I did watch that video. I thought it was a great take from Guru's end. I think the winner of Imavov and Bohailo would probably be up next because Imavov just beat Adesanya. And Bohailo, he's the Fighting Nerds. They're taking names, bro. So I think the winner between them, and then maybe if they wanted to cater it towards more of the grappling end to try to figure out who could solve him, I think Hernandez would be a good one just because
Okay.
he could match that cardio. I don't think he would gas out as much as DDP did in that 5 rounds. Plus, I think he'd be able to get out or at least create some space if he gets taken down. But I think Hernandez would be a good matchup for Chimaev just to match up styles. But ranking wise, I think Bohailo or Imavov would do that. Now, if I think Imavov wins, I think Khamzat's going to win no matter what, just because he's going to take him down. Imavov's more of like I mean, striker. I would say he's more of a striker than a wrestler. So I would say that he would get taken down, kind of the similar thing that Dricus had. But I mean, Dricus had a few good moments, bro. Like he was on the feet, especially like that 5th round where Goddard stood him up, and then he landed a low kick, and then he ended up 1-2, and then he almost had that rear naked choke for a second.
Yeah, he did.
That was probably the most entertaining part. Like I was hoping for that, and it happened for a second, but like we had to wait 25 minutes for that little moment. But it's just I think Hernandez would be a good matchup stylistically, though.
Yeah. Do you think DDP ever comes back from this? Like, is he ever gonna get a rematch with KHAMZAT?
I heard
worth seeing again.
that's a good question because I don't know if it's worth seeing. But his coach, they did an interview already. His coach is like, I want to fix Dricus's game. He has a lot of things to work on, but he wants the rematch. I don't think a rematch is anytime. It should be happening anytime soon. I think Dricus should have some build-up fights, fight some people he hasn't fought before. I mean, he's already fought Whitaker. He's fought Adesanya. He's fought who else has he fought? Whitaker, Adesanya, Strickland. He's fought Strickland twice. So give him some new names. I think he could build himself back up, but maybe someone else has to hold the belt because if he goes against Khamzat again, I think we're going to see the same show back to back, and I think a lot of people are going to be expecting that, to be honest.
I think they wanted Khamzat to fight at Abu Dhabi, so I'd see him again pretty soon, right? I mean, that'd be cool.
Did you see that interview where Khamzat saying that he wanted to like fight Peloton?
Yeah. So if he can fight Peloton, he should fight Ankalaev then. That's the fight. You don't want that smoke. He hasn't said shit about Ankalaev, dude. That would be a match right there, bro. That's the fight I want to see. I don't know if anyone's talking about that. Did Guru talk about that, or I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they did, but I mean, if Khamzat's thinking about going up a weight class, I mean, Ankalaev's right there. Ankalaev, Dagestani style, same type of style so that's. I think styles make fights. You know, the names, of course, they make the the hype, but trying to solve that puzzle, the Dagestani Chechenian puzzle, it's tough, bro. Because they'll get a takedown, they'll hold you down that crucifix, put you in side control, and that's it. Can't move.
That's it.
We saw that, bro.
That was crazy. That top pressure though. I was like, damn, Dricus can't do anything. He couldn't get half guard. He couldn't fucking get guard. I was like, he couldn't. I don't know if he maybe sprawled like once or twice. I'm just like, damn, he's not getting any underhooks. He's not. There was like nothing, bro. He threw a guillotine in there. I was like, that ain't gonna happen. Like Joe Rogan's like, here's his chance. I'm like, nah. Since when? How the fuck is he gonna guillotine this guy? There's no way. I was like, there's no way. That ain't gonna work.
And he's pretty much fresh too. Like it's not like he was tired from that either. And I just didn't like how Dricus was holding Khamzat's like head the whole time. Like I was thinking just like frame underneath the
frame, right? Didn't you think about that?
I was thinking about. I was just like, this guy. He's just holding Khamzat's head down.
And what does that do?
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I just feel like this guy's a champion. He should be able to frame, at least get some space. You could try to get out, climb out, do something. But it seems like the coaches were like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like this is.
They didn't know what to do in a crucifix situation. They're like, fuck, I didn't know people do that. Like.
That's the second back-to-back championship fight that we've seen with the crucifix, bro. Poirier hit that with Charles Oliveira real quick. Is this the move? Is the crucifix? Yeah. Is that the new method to controlling them, at least for MMA?
If it works, yeah, I guess so, dude.
Sure. Yeah. So, hey, man. Danaher might have a crucifix instructional because, people are going to start picking up on that. You got to start working up on some escapes. There was no answers for Dricus, though. But for him bouncing back, I think he's going to need like maybe 2 or 3 fights and like good performances for him to kind of gain the momentum back because he did lose kind of a lot of aura just because he couldn't really do anything against Khamzat,
At the same time, KHAMZAT is like, "Oh, I killed everybody," but then he just kind of held him. He didn't kill him, bro.
I wish
Like
he
that's
had like
perfect.
some more elbows,
I
some
thought I was gonna
Habib
see the
talking.
elbows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bows speak a statement for sure, and there was just
But
little
then
space.
Drakus tucked his head under, so he only gave him the back of his head, right? So he couldn't really.
Yeah, it was kind of a smart play.
Yeah, like he would keep going like that.
Uh,
So I'm like, all right. So I think that's why we didn't see so many elbows. He didn't want to catch one to the back into the head, and then he would
mhm.
get. But yeah, the ref stood him up too. I thought that was funny. I was
Yeah,
just
Mark
like,
Goddard, he's definitely
he's
had
like,
some money on the
"Stand
fight
your
or
ass up,
something.
man." He's like, "Come on, Drakus." He got one more shot and he fell. But
He did. I don't think I did not
I thought,
expect that because he was like in his guard, right? Or it was like closed guard or open guard, and then
yeah,
he's like
something like
standing him
that.
up with a
He
minute
stood him up.
left,
I was
and
like,
that's what
"Oh,
gave Dricus the
he
shot
could have
to
won."
take for the rear naked choke. Now, what if Dricus would have won there? Like,
Oh,
what would people be? I think people would be fuming at Mark Goddard now that Hamza won. I think people are letting it slide, but
hmm
I think it's a very interesting play from Mark Goddard to stand him up. Like he set him up in the fifth round. Like if you're gonna keep that same mindset, stand him up the whole time, like throughout the
yeah,
whole
keep
5 rounds.
standing. hmm
So interesting on what people think about that of Mark Goddard.
Hey, the lead up to the fight was great. The
Mm-hmm.
fight itself, yeah, I mean, it was like a six, to be honest with you. But
Mm,
it was a trip to just see Drakus get dominated like that because we didn't know. That was
yeah.
the question. I'm like, yeah, it could happen, but I thought Drakus would be able to sprawl a little better, stand up a couple times, and bring it to Hamza late in the rounds, like the fourth and fifth. I thought Drakus was gonna come back. If I was just gonna bet like straight up, I thought
Mm-hmm.
I was betting. I thought DDP was gonna win, bro,
Yeah.
and I was totally wrong. I mean, it was one of those fights we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to see that for 5 rounds, I was like, wow, this shit is incredible, dude.
I was hearing the same type of like opinion for the fight. It was like first 2 rounds if Hamza could finish it. If not, Dracus is gonna get the dub.
Yep.
I know Hamza was working with a new coach, the same one that coach TJ Dillashaw, Sam Calavita, I think is his name,
The
and yeah, the garage, out there. And we did see an insane amount of cardio. Even though if you're on top chasing the bat, trying to get the hooks in, that's super tiring as well. Hamza
12
looked
takedowns.
12 takedowns. As soon as
Outstanding
Dricus would
take.
stand up, right back down. Dricus will build up another takedown, go crucifix, side control, hold it down. 300 shots, stand up, go back down, another 100 shots. So it was crazy to see, bro. And I'm wondering how Vegas did that weekend, just because there was a lot of upsets going into the fight. The one that like shocked me the most was Kaya Sakura getting submitted, bro. I thought he was gonna do well, especially coming back after the championship fight. I thought he was gonna make a lot more adjustments to his grappling game. Tim Elliott, I think he's like 39 years old. He's a
Yeah.
vet. Like there was a lot of things that I feel like Kaya Asakura didn't really do well, especially with the defense, and then just him getting stuck in that guillotine. And then I thought he was gonna get out. He was in there for a while, and then Tim Elliott just like sinks it in even more and more, and then it's like what? I think Asakura was a heavy favorite for that fight too. So, wondering how Vegas performed on that card.
Rising champion, right? Two
Yeah,
times. That's
two.
crazy how like you can be a two-time rising champion, come to the UFC, lose to some guy. I don't even know who the fucking guy was. I'm gonna be honest with you. 39 years old, lost
Uh,
to that guy, bro. I don't know what to
like,
tell
does
you.
the UFC cut Kai or do they give him another shot? Like who?
Better, I don't know. I don't know how much easier it can get. I mean, who the fuck is that guy, bro? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if he's a vet,
uh,
I don't remember that guy. Who beat him? Like, who did he fight?
I have
Like,
no idea, dude. I thought
but
I thought Timmy Elliott was like extremely nervous in that first round, just the way he was
hella
moving.
nervous.
It was
He's
just
going
like,
against the champion, bro. He's probably tripping. He's like, "Fuck, rising champion. What am I? I'm gonna get fucked up." And then he kept going. He found an opportunity. I was like,
yep,
"Man, that's
yeah. He started
crazy."
getting more comfortable, and then Kai just, I don't know, he just didn't.
You
I
think he
was
gets
frustrated.
nervous? I'm like, what if he's like, "Oh, I'm in the UFC. I lost once already."
Yeah, there's probably that
Um,
added pressure. I mean, he had a post on Instagram saying he's gonna be back and he's not gonna let this like weigh him down. But it's just something we did not expect, bro. A lot of us were like thinking, okay, Kai Sakura, he's still UFC level. He still could hang in with the big dogs, even though he lost against to the best of the best. But I think the grappling is just like the next. It's the thing. I know we were talking about it earlier. It's like grappling
Yeah.
is taking over. You know, what I mean, you got Ankalaev, Marab, now Chimaev, just holding it down, literally holding it down, holding the person down, just beating them up. But I think it's just
Yeah.
the entertainment factor is kind of the interesting one that people are kind of hating on. Like, oh, I don't want to watch 25 minutes of them hugging on the ground. But I
Damn.
mean, I think the people who relate to that think it's the best is that people who actually train the athletes, the wrestlers, the jiu-jitsu practitioners. They're able to kind of understand the skill it takes to be able to do that, because it's hard. It's extremely difficult to do. But the UFC fans are kind of spoiled, to be honest.
Yeah, they're spoiled, and I guess nobody really understands how hard it is to hold somebody down 25 minutes,
Hmm.
especially that big, that strong, that athletic. I'm sure Hamza had to train like his whole life for that, bro, to be
Hmm.
able to dominate somebody like that. Um, but yeah, definitely. I mean, this fight had a lot of just casuals tuning in, though, for sure. I mean, you don't always hear Dana White talk about the gate, the views, the pay-per-view vibes, because they were high, bro.
Hmm.
And I heard like a lot of people at work talking about it, and I was like, people that are casuals, they're like, oh, they're tuning in for this, and nobody was talking about that shit the next day. So I was like, oh fuck, like they
Yeah.
definitely were pissed, like what that the outcome. Um, yeah, I mean Hamza, I mean if he wants to stay popular and relevant, he's gonna have to have another big finish. I mean he shattered Robert Whitaker's whole mouth.
True.
That was crazy. I
Hmm.
think rear naked chokes, submissions are still dope. I think people still like those.
Hmm.
Um, of course knockouts, but I think arm bars, triangles, even a crazy like a Kimura would be
Yeah,
fucking
he's tried
sick.
to set one up, right, like throughout the fight, like an
Yeah,
Americana or something. Kind of just
it was
slipped out.
close. Yeah. I mean, it's hard, man. These guys could be greasing. I don't know. Like to get to get an armbar in somebody, like you got to be fucking good, bro. In MMA, UFC, you got to be
Oh yeah,
fucking
it's already hard enough in no gi to set up a submission.
yeah.
Imagine just like there's no shirt, there's strikes involved. I'm thinking it's super difficult. But I mean, some guys like Charles Oliveira, they figure it
They
out. They
find
know
a
how
way.
they find a way to set up a triangle, rear naked choke, a knee bar, anything that they could find. And I think Chimaev, great performance, and I think that just having that little it factor of just pleasing the crowd a little bit would probably do well for his career, like money wise, and kind of just like building his legacy. Because like Ankalaev, bro, like we haven't heard from him after he beat Poatan. Like
Nothing.
what has he done? He hasn't been doing no interviews, no nothing, no building up the UFC, and it holds the UFC down, and there's less people coming in. And I wanted to ask you like what you thought about like the new $7 billion Paramount deal that the UFC just announced.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dope. I mean,
Hmm.
now we don't have to worry about our streams cutting out. $8-10. But I'm still gonna stream for the game, bro.
Yeah,
For the love of the
I
game.
like. I
I'm
like.
kind of sad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of sad the streaming's ending. I'm like, fuck, man. I just like, I miss doing it, bro. It's just kind of like, when weed was illegal for a while, and then you have to go to your dealer and shit. But
gotta
now it's
keep it low
like,
key.
yeah, now it's like it's everyone can get it, and it's like, it's not the same, but it's cool, man. We're gonna have a clean stream, hopefully.
Yeah,
$10, fuck it. I'll pay it, but I ain't gonna do shit for the fighters, right? Are fighters gonna get more money? Like,
I don't think so, bro.
I hope
Seven
so.
bill. I would hope they make some huge improvements like on the website, the Instagram,
Website
just kind of
sucks.
the promos for the fights. There's just a lot of things that the UFC could still work on to make it like even more mainstream. And I think that's the thing that I agree with you on that, because like the more something gets mainstream, it kind of takes away that kind of like that love for like that you have for it. I think about it like when the Raiders like did really well in like 2016, and then you start seeing like the fans come in from left and right. It kind of took away like the like fan that I had in myself, because like I'm like, where all these guys come from? Like you guys weren't there when we freaking couldn't win
Yeah.
for like 10 years, and then now it's like, but at the same time, more people are going to be introduced to the sport, more people are going to train, more people are going to have like media stuff. You know, people are gonna check out the podcast. People are gonna
True.
just talk about it at work. So I think it's good for people to see it. I just hope it doesn't water down the UFC with like, you know, just like keeping everything like super. How can I say this? Like doing the bare minimum. Just because they have the $7 billion deal, they could do whatever they want. They don't have to promote the fights like they should. They could have anybody kind of just like going to the UFC. I think the UFC should be like the best of the best, like absolute killers. Like the best of the best are going against each other at all times. There's not like I'm all retire if I don't get the belt, or just waiting 6 months for a fight, or like stuff like that. I feel like the best should go against the best and really prove who's the best in the world. And I think that's what makes the UFC kind of, that's no one really could do that at that level.
Do you think there should be like less cards? Do you think there should just be like, I don't know how many we had this month. We had like two. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think there should just be like one good, really good card a month and
All right.
like two Apex?
I got an
Huh?
idea right now, bro. So, all
Yeah.
right, there should be a Super Bowl for the UFC. Once a year, there should be something like a UFC 300 where it's like everybody and their mom has to watch this freaking UFC card because there's no way you could miss it. Everybody watches the Super Bowl. Everybody cares about the commercials. If
Yeah.
the UFC had an event like that where they just, everybody is like, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, the UFC event's on today. Maybe that White House card is going to do it. Maybe. But stuff
Maybe.
like that where it's just like, stop what you're doing. You got to watch this fight. You can't miss it. But there's so many. There's some in China. There's some over there in Abu Dhabi, different times. Like you don't know. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, oh, I missed the whole entire card. Like it's like they're trying to cater to a lot of things, but if they keep it at one time where everybody could go watch it worldwide, or something like the World Cup where it's like
Mm.
every 4 years, so like the Olympics every 2 years. So just have it where it's like there's a huge event, and then make it. I think less fights, and then building it up for that event.
Nice. Yeah, I wonder. That would be dope. They definitely. I mean, they had the Noche as well, but it seems like the Noche. I don't know. I don't know if it has the same momentum because it was in the Spear and
Yeah.
Dana was hyping it up. Haven't heard too much about Noche, too much hype behind it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's an actual Super Bowl of the UFC, whatever they want to call it, a mega event. That would be cool. I wonder if they're gonna start doing like, if they have something like that, if they'll have somebody perform. Like Super
True.
Bowls, they have like
Yeah.
an artist there, or they have to add something a little different to it because that's what the casuals like. You know what I mean? Like we're the hardcore fans, but I think casuals are gonna like celebrity performances and stuff like that. But yeah, they got to keep the media stuff going. They got to keep these shows going that were on ESPN. I mean, you had
Mm.
DC and Chael Sonnen show and stuff like that. I mean, they gotta. I don't know if that's gonna end. I mean,
Possibly.
could end. I mean, maybe they'll have their own thing. Which direction are they going? Remember, I think UFC was on Fox once. I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
that famous clip of
Yeah.
Rogan
Yeah.
GSP. That's just super awkward with the suit.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't do that shit again. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but can't do that shit again, bro.
Yeah.
So
No.
I mean, is Strickland gonna be able to go off and say the things he does? We're under Paramount. I mean, you got people in suits watching this shit. You're trying to
Mm.
reach
Mhm.
a vast amount of people, and then if you have somebody like that, I mean, football, NBA. I mean, they keep saying that they want to make it like on that level, and these organizations have a lot of rules. You get fined for every damn thing. There's uniforms. So I don't know which direction, how much space these fighters are gonna have. Can they smoke weed? What are they gonna start going harder? I mean, on the steroids, like, are they gonna test more? Like, how much control does Paramount have? And like
True.
matchmaking, can they make whatever matches they want? Could they bring in whoever they want? I mean, what if they start bringing in fucking YouTubers to fight and celebrities? You just never know. Like, I mean, like, you're trying to get the younger crowd to watch, the ones that are like, 10, 11. They would love to see a fucking streamer go in there and fight.
Mhm.
The salt guy, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like there's so many ways they can go. I mean, they do need to get a little better at the marketing side of it, hyping the fights a little more. I just don't see that anymore. I mean, we got Dana. What's up, fight fans? Once a week.
On
So
his phone. Yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
I agree. I like the whole like suits thing. Is like, are they gonna start fixing fights? Like, I feel like that would just ruin the sport
Mm,
completely, and it's like
fuck.
almost like you can't come back from that if it gets to that point. Because once they start fixing fights, it starts turning like the WWE, and it's like
Yeah,
it takes away kind of the things that we enjoyed about the UFC, which is the realness. Anything can happen. You don't know what's gonna happen, and it's like, having Sean Strickland on the mic, having somebody else talking about that. They're not gonna want Bryce Mitchell on Paramount, bro. They're not gonna
there
want to
you go.
hear anything about the flat Earth and the ice walls or anything like that. They're gonna be like, censor that guy, get him off, and he's out, he's cut. So there's pros and cons with everything. I'm just interested where that money's gonna go. I really hope it goes to the fighters, but we're gonna have to see. They take away a lot of the fighters' incentives, like the brands on the shorts, repping the stuff with the tarp on the behind on the cage before the fight, stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's not available anymore, and that's kind of where the fighters make all their bread. So it's just they're gonna have to pick things up on social media. Gonna have to take it in their own hands, and go like Moicano or some of these other fighters who are just like promoting themselves online, making other streams of income while they're fighting, so they could build a brand. Once they exit the game, they can have something to build off of. Because if you don't build up that brand, you don't have a lot of things going for yourself. It's really your fights are everything. Like you have more pressure. If you lose, you don't know what to do. Like you gotta have that. You gotta have that in your back pocket for sure. And I think a lot of people should kind of, work on that social media platform. Have a YouTube channel, post on Twitter, have some takes, fight reactions, stuff like that. People love that. So I think a lot of people are picking up to that though. So we'll see.
Hell yeah, man. Anything else going on? Anything interesting you seen?
I saw someone died at an IBJJF tournament, bro. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. Do you have any information on that? I didn't
I
really
watched
read
a
through.
live stream. Them talking about it. Apparently, this guy, I don't know how old he was, but he had a match, and then he went to the spectator stands, and he just like went into cardiac arrest and
Oh
died. They
man.
try to reach out to him, and it's like, what? Like, I don't think people understand how much of a physical thing it is to get out there and compete. Like these guys, they probably have a
Damn.
full-time job, got some kids, like trying to do this for fun on the spare time, and then you're fighting for your life out here. This guy wants to choke you out, and it's like, it's a lot on the body. So I think IBJJF had a post. They turned off their comments on it, but I'm not sure if the families like trying to bring more awareness to this, or what happens. But I think that the medical staff did try to do their best to help him, but
Damn.
I'm just thinking, like, I don't know, from the tournament I went to, if like I'm sure they had medical staff on hand, but I don't think if like an ambulance or someone to carry you out if it gets that bad. But I did see that this past week.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I'm like, what now? I'm like, all right, there should be like EMTs there at bare
Yeah,
minimum just to
for
be
sure.
there with the defibrillator.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they should be there. The IBJFF, some of those tournaments are big, 12, 15 mats. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Do the refs know CPR? Like, there's a lot of questions that I have now. What's the background check on them? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how intricate? I think everybody should have their BLS card if you're working for them. But I have my CPR card, my BLS, so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I know if I'm in the gym, I know what to do.
For
But
sure.
shit, a lot of people are gonna freak out. That's not what they do. You know what I mean? They're gonna be out
Yeah.
there in
Once that,
ChatGPT, like fucking
yeah, yeah. If
shit,
you don't know what's going on,
people passed out,
you don't want to like do any more harm than good. You don't want to
fucking
like
break the rib, and
yeah, just like make it worse. But I do think like if something happens like that, you got to be able to act fast and just like do your best to try to help the guy. I mean, just put yourself in their position. You pass out, you don't know what's going on. You would wish someone just didn't
chest
just like
compressions, son.
yeah. So actually, do you have any advice if you see anybody at a tournament or see anybody like what? Just go straight to CPR, chest compressions,
Yeah, first you
mouth
got
to
to see
mouth.
if they're breathing.
Okay.
See if they're breathing first. Check pulse, no pulse. Call 911. Start chest compressions, and you can go 30. I think it's 30 compressions, 2 breaths. But
What's the
if you don't,
pace? of the chest
Um,
compression?
I think it's
Is it
I
like
don't
that
know.
"Staying Alive" song?
It's
Like
the
I
Staying
remember.
Alive song.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. I
Yeah.
don't know how many. I don't know how many beats that is
Yeah.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
You guys look it up. But oh, it's like 30, 60, 60 per fucking minute. I don't know. 60 to 70. But yeah, anyway, just hit them with the chest compressions. You're getting blood pumped to their brain and through their body.
Mm,
I know a tech EMT told me, like, if you don't want to do the breaths, people, you never know, man. People can have diseases. You never know. You don't want to do that. It's weird. Fuck it. There's no bag. At least chest compressions are going to keep them alive because it's pumping blood to their brain and the rest of their body. So it's better than nothing.
true.
Elevate the legs. Maybe if they start coming back. But yeah, 911 right away, and hopefully there's some freaking a nurse in the building, somebody.
For sure.
I know a lot of healthcare workers train, but like you said, some of these healthcare workers, they're like, shit, I don't know if this person, what if they sue me after? There's a lot of questions and things. It could be, there could be some legal things, I guess you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, hopefully that never happens. That's
True.
fucking scary, man.
I think when you do sign up for IBJJF, like you sign a bunch of waivers. I don't know if that's like void because you signed up and it's like if you die, can't help you. I don't know how it works, to be honest. Like I remember signing a bunch of stuff. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm signing right now.
Okay, I looked it up. Red
Okay.
Cross, 100 to 120 per minute. So
Okay.
yeah, 30 at
Nice.
a time.
Got it.
So yeah, it is 30 to 2. Yeah, man,
Do you
that's
lift your head
crazy.
up or no? Do you just keep head down or legs up or just stick to the
I would
compression?
just leave them like that.
Mm.
But if you're giving them, if you're giving them air, I
Mm-hmm.
know you got to pinch the nose and tilt their head back to blow air. So the airway, they get air, and then
I
you'll see
see.
like their chest rise.
It's crazy.
Um, but yeah, man, I think, fuck, dude, the professors and the coaches in the gym should know CPR. I
True.
fucking hope so, bro,
Yeah.
because you're working with kids. You should probably have a defibrillator there too. Put
Yeah,
it on
just
their
in the back.
chest.
Yeah, just in case. You gotta just like it's like
Yeah,
a
bro.
fire extinguisher, just in case. You don't have to
Yeah.
use it, but it's in your back pocket if anything goes down.
Uh huh.
Especially with something that's so crazy as like jujitsu, it's like fools could go unconscious like in a matter of like what 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's
Usually
like
they
it's
usually they
happens all
wake
the
up.
time. Yeah,
But
usually
yeah,
they wake
shit.
up, but maybe you're not getting enough blood to the brain or something. They got another problem that they have, a blood flow issue. They got other, health related things that come up. So, yeah, I think that's it's definitely a wake up call to other organizations out there, just to make sure everything's good. I'm sure the UFC has some stuff. All these other promotions. I don't know if Street Beefs has anything like that,
Oh
but you
man.
would you would hope, once you go in there, you just have to worry about the fight, nothing about like, staying like actually dying or anything. So prayers out to the family affected by that. And, hopefully there's more awareness for the other athletes out there to, take matters into their own hands and kind of, maybe bring a family member with you to help you out. Or if you need a ride somewhere, you broke your leg, you need a ride, like
Shit.
take that,
Damn.
crazy.
It's crazy, man. I know you got to sign a waiver when you get on, and it does say that shit. Like, oh, you
Mm.
could die, so. But I don't know. When we were at the one of the
BJJ
tournaments,
tour.
yeah, when we were out there, I saw people getting oxygen on the side. Did you see that? There's
I don't
like,
remember
I saw
that.
some
I'm
like,
maybe,
yeah, I was kind
maybe.
of out of the fucking zone, dude. I was like
Yeah,
in another realm, but I
I
looked
was out of
over
the loop for sure. I was like, "What the hell's
and
going
I
on?"
saw people getting oxygen. There was a tank, and there was like this lady there. So I was like, I mean, if you give someone oxygen, you got to be some kind of healthcare worker. So I was
True.
like, damn, is there like nurses here? I was like, it's crazy. So I
Shit,
was
I
like,
need
oh, if anything,
oxygen.
yeah. I was like, if anything, I can get some oxygen if I pass out. That was my fear. It was passing out. Like I
True.
knew I was gonna be okay, but
Yeah.
it's just embarrassing.
Oh yeah, yeah. A bunch of people there, like, oh, this
Yeah.
fool passed out. Like,
Like,
I mean,
damn.
it happens though. It's like if it does happen, who really cares? As long as you're okay, it's like, just,
Yeah, you didn't hit your
you'll be
head.
you'll be all right. Yeah, you'll be all right. But
I would say, yeah, if you're feeling dizzy, like you're gonna pass out, just take a knee, man.
yeah, get
You
some
don't want
water.
to fall and slam your head on the fucking the
Timeout.
booth.
Yeah.
Hey
No way.
man, I need some.
Yes.
What round is it? Oh, fucking
Yeah, dude, because you're exhausted, bro. Especially after a match, you have no idea what's going on. Where's my water? Like you're in a different headspace for sure. And it's like, you wanna push through it, but maybe you're pushing your body to your limits. So that's why you gotta train hard. Go how you go perform how you train. If you're not training hard and you go out there and compete and expecting for things to just sync up, like nah, you gotta train hard, get your body acclimated to it, and then go. So I wish more people talked about it. I feel like I haven't really heard too much news about kind of the news and getting more awareness to it. Just, maybe it prevents somebody else from getting hurt or their families being affected, just taking the right steps to be able to, be safe out there, compete, have fun. That's what it's for, right? Just to get better, find out what you're made of, but you shouldn't be like worried about that type of stuff. So we'll see what comes out. Maybe he had a health condition go on and he's kind of like, there's a lot of potential things a lot of variables to that. So just wanted to bring that up.
Oh yeah, man.
Yep.
But shit, what time is it? Probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we could wrap it up though. Brian Ortega, Sterling next week in China. It's at 3 a.m. So probably not gonna watch it. Johnny Walker and Min Yang. So it's in China. Like we were talking about earlier, some of these cards, I don't know who's staying up at 3 a.m. to watch that fight, but I hope it's going to be entertaining. Brian Ortega coming off a loss, Noche.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Sterling trying to make a comeback, lost to O'Malley. So,
did Walker get knocked out in his last fight?
Dude, I really hope Walker does not get knocked out, bro, because he's been knocked out way too many times. But he did clip Roundtree. Like I see those clips, hovering around. He hit Roundtree with the elbow, knocked Roundtree out. I'm like, damn, this fool is dangerous, bro. So
he is dangerous though.
He is, but that fool
you get knocked out.
That brain damage. So yeah, it's bad.
Fuck. Yeah. All right, man. We're back to training.
Yes,
I've been
sir.
out for a little bit, but I'm back.
We'll be back. And if you guys haven't checked out the Adrian Lee interview, check that out. He's going to be fighting Ty Bertolo in about 4 weeks for one championship in Thailand. We had the opportunity to talk to him. It was really cool to be able to, talk to an MMA fighter, get their perspective on training, recovery, going against one of the best grapplers in the world. Like his mindset for it is he's super confident. I saw some comments on the last post. He said he was going to submit Ty Bertolo in the fight. There was some mixed reviews on that, but hey, man, that's a bold statement, and I'm really excited to see how the fight plays out, bro.
Hell yeah!
So,
all right,
check that out. Beyond the Road podcast.
Peace.
We out. Go train, guys. Let's go.
Peace. We out of this.